Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Certified Digital Tax Accountant Fazan Khalid, and in this video lesson I'm going to teach you how to split the transaction. For example, your customer said, okay, for the whole month I just take out cash from the bank and then spend the money in different places, the business expenses. So definitely client didn't make the transaction via the checks or with a fund transfer. He took out the check. He took out the cash, 25,000, and spent. Right, made the expenses. Okay. So now in this case, what will you do? How you categorize these $25,000? So what client said? Okay, I'm gonna give you the list, the Excel sheet for the whole month of those expenses. 25,000 for a whole month. So this is a sheet for client say, okay, personal expenses John 5,000. Put in the John 5,000. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna split the transaction. When you, as you can see, the drop down, there is a slip. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you're gonna do is category. You say, all right. The category I'm going to choose is personal expenses, John. So I'm going to choose personal expenses, John. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, 5,000. So you can say pay to John. It's not John. Okay, understand? Still 20,000 remaining. Ladies and gentlemen, so what you're gonna do, the second one is meals. So meals, you're gonna say the business meals are for 6,000. Add 2 lines more. Then the fuel, say fuel $5,000. Purchases, we have purchases, which is the cost of goods sold, 9,000. Increases our expenses, 9,000. So this is 12,000. Now it said, okay, you can split it. Understand, ladies and gentlemen? So you can, one thing you cannot do is, you cannot pay, understand, because you have to, you cannot add one vendor. Understand, ladies and gentlemen? So you can add the description, for example, personal expenses of John, business meals, say business, you can write business meals, and then fuel, business fuel, again business expenses. You can say business expenses, and then purchases, again business expenses. So these are all these are business. Understand, ladies and gentlemen? So you can say split and post. So these expenses for the month. That's how, ladies and gentlemen, we split the transaction. As you can see, when I go to post it, you can add the vendor here. 25,000. problem is that you cannot add one vendor here. Understand, ladies and gentlemen? That's a problem. You can say, okay, these are the personal expenses of John. Let's say one online banking match. Although we didn't match it, but we just created it. Understand, ladies and gentlemen? 25,000. So that's how, ladies and gentlemen, we split the transactions. I hope you understand what I'm trying to show you. So now let's check reports of profit and loss. Profit and loss report. Let's check. Accrual base. Let's refresh it. Now you can see this is general business means contractors John Cena, payroll expenses, futa suta expense, fuel, as you can see, fuel which is what it says, I don't know. Okay, it's January 1st, 2025. So that's why I want to take 1st January 2025. So ladies and gentlemen, fuel 5,004. Total fuel so as you can see, fuel purchases 9,000, fuel 5,000. It is written 5,004 because 400 is for 2026. Purchases 9,000. Then we have got business meals. Then we have got bank charges. Understand, ladies and gentlemen, refunds are not sales income, but definitely it's kind of a rebate. So rebates we mention in the incomes. Understand, ladies and gentlemen? So in this lesson I taught you how to split the transactions in QuickBooks Online. Until then, take a very good care of yourself. I will meet you in the next video. Take care, love.